All right, what is up, cyber traders? Welcome on back to close things out for this day and for this week. This long class week. Great to see you, Warren and Roger, Mike, Kathleen, Manuel, Leroy, Sam, Elizabeth, and all of us joining us here inside our live trading room. Great to have all of us back on social media: Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube Live, the works there. I kind of went discombobulated there with the order. So with that, a couple of housekeeping notes to start off, folks. We have the PDSB trade on the way up right now. We'll just start by putting that on our watch list. We'll talk about that trade next. But just heads up, first and foremost, for all of us on YouTube, you can see the banner on the bottom below there. Free subscriber giveaway. Just any of our new subscribers that join us on YouTube, youtube.com/cybertradingyou. Subscribe today, tomorrow, up until Monday, or Tuesday, rather, I should say. On Tuesday, we'll look to announce the winner in the morning meeting. The winner will receive a free 1-month subscription to our live trading room. That actually goes across the board to any of our students currently there. We'll actually add a month to just your subscription there. So just that goes across the board. Go right to youtube.com/cybertradingyou. Just hit the subscribe button. On Tuesday, we'll announce the winner. Now, that's not the only thing just in line, folks, just coming up. Just make sure you also check out our website. Go right to cybertradinguniversity.com. That's our main homepage. And actually there you'll be able to see all of the Memorial Deal sales and promotions that we have going on across this weekend. So we typically do a Black Friday offering just for the holiday seasons. And every now and then, every year or so, we'll do a Memorial Day sale as well. So this year we ended up doing a few different ones across the board for our yearly trading room subscription, the CTU Trader Summit, the New York Trader Summit there, not Florida, New York this time. And then also coming up for any of our platinum or diamond course packages, we're offering just a slight discount there. The big one though, we also have bookmap coaching, but we also have pre-market coaching pack. So that's going to include 6 one-on-one sessions. It includes 2 groupers as well that we'll look to schedule going into June and July. It's basically live trading from 8 to 9 a.m. Eastern time with yours truly. So folks, if you like pre-market, don't miss out on this. We have already 3 slots that were taken already, about 5 more to go. So now those group sessions will be in June and July TBD. It'll just be Wednesdays. Just keep that in mind. Obviously, I'm not going to stiff you on a Monday or Friday. So it's going to be a Wednesday that we'll do the groupers. And then any individuals that you look to schedule with me for pre-market, those are going to be at least from Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Trust me, we're not going to be doing Monday, Friday crap pre-market stuff with all that. So PDSB, to start off, at least for this afternoon with this trade, I have my chart mapped out, done a bunch of different lines there. I didn't really jump into this trade until 8:10, until that skinnier red line, one of those two there, here, the lower of the two. And it was more so heading into the late morning at first. So I was looking for this to be support, ended up taking a loss, coming off class. And then heading into the early afternoon, I missed out on the next break here because I was expecting resistance, but the more times it knocks its head on that level, and perhaps even from 775 ultimately. We were in the phase 2 stock course here when it was beginning to push back up above the thick green line there I was kind of commenting on during the morning meeting. But ultimately, from the 810 level, it led to a great trade. I'm out of it now, and I left a bunch on the table. Ended up getting out just a little above 850 there. I thought it was going to snap lower. I said, all right, take the money and run. Well, hey, it ended up being a great trade afterwards, and it just held above. So going into the close, definitely going to put this on our watch list. PDSB, my dyslexia. Wrote it down incorrectly at first. All right, so let's just go from top to bottom here. Otherwise, the market's really pushing on up. Looks like a beautiful Fausto flag. I even have level 4 for the SPY here to show before we wrap up. There's a couple of talking points I want to go through on that. But let's start with top percent gainer here, VSTM. Wow, this thing ended up making a nice pop across the early to mid-afternoon. I really wasn't watching it at the time, honestly. So just beautiful pop from 70 cents, even less, and all the way up towards 120. I mean, hey, with the way it looks right now, it's hard to ignore it, right? It's just up so much percentage-wise. You'd figure if it's not going to break higher, shouldn't it break lower? And if that's the case, then you got to really be on the lookout here. See if this either, if not breaks higher, then potentially a pullback maybe down as low as 80, 81 cents. Oof. BHG. Geez, this thing is on a tear right now too. Perhaps whether it be based off of options expirations or maybe just some sort of day trader's paradise with a bunch of these short squeezes here. Let's see what else we can get. This BHG looks great in terms of the chart. In terms of the order book, it does not. Looks like a bad order book. I mean, a 15-cent spread, that's not really the type of stock I want to get my hands in on. So, chart looks good. It could be a potential short squeeze higher. But let's just see if there's anything more liquid, though. I'll write it down for the side list. The ELEV trade, I think at this point now, we're pretty much over with on this trade. Just before, I was trying to perk back up and over 5. Took a quick entry there, but it stopped me out break even. Just had my stop set right at 5, and I wanted the higher high. Just didn't get it. So, there you go there. Ended up pulling back again and broke below 5. Now at this point, I feel like this trade's done. So we keep it going. This ONFO certainly is done. This trade was done by 11 o'clock. So we figured that was going to be the case. MRVL, it's up big today, just up 30%. Huge run up on this trade from the market open. Nice pop. And then from there, just higher lows taking us into this afternoon meeting. So if it was less expensive, I'd be interested. I just think for the price, we could definitely trade something better and make more money. PDSB is definitely that type of stock for right now. And we keep it pushing. We keep it going here, folks. I hope everybody has an enjoyable Memorial Day weekend. Of course, I tagged in for Fausto in the morning meeting today. I want to express my gratitude and appreciation to anyone that has proudly served our country, men and women alike, and just, hey, any branch of our armed forces, especially for anyone who had fallen while active on duty. All right, we keep it going, though. ANNX, not looking terrible. Not looking terrible here, this Annex trade. Looks like a gap fill, too, from like yesterday. Had a huge drop-off. I didn't really see this yesterday. So, yeah, big move up once again here today. Trying to recover a bit. Maybe there could be more left to go on this one. I don't mind at least slipping it on our main list. Just be careful for 250, 249 key level it needs to hold above. If it breaks under that, then perhaps there could be a little short there, but I'd rather focus on the run up there, the continuation. PDD had a big day today from after hours this morning, from a pre-market pop this morning, but hey, ended up just flattening out recently here for the price. Not really that big of a fan. GPS, same deal. This has just been coiling up across the whole afternoon thus far. I was shorting this actually earlier this morning. What a trade, actually. Myself and Michael D, one of our students, we killed it on this thing. Ended up going from 835 level all the way down. Actually, hell, I got a little time on my hands here today. Let's show it. Let's show this trade right here. I hope I didn't take it off. There we go. All right, so pretty straightforward. We ended up seeing big level from yesterday into this morning, right around. It was at first 835. It wasn't too big at first, but I knew it was a potential short level to try and take it from. Where this became a huge level was the fact that after it already broke under that price and we were short, myself and Michael, this 632,000 share print got filled at 833. So from that point, it ended up holding under that price after. Led to a beautiful short that trade GPS gap. I've always said anytime gap is off news or earnings, it's not like my number one, but it's one that I'll take a look at and like, oh, that's right, that's tradable. I forgot about good old gap there. It just has a tight spread, great liquidity on the book. It's shortable. It provided that trade. So yeah, definitely a nice one from earlier. It's pushing back up a little bit, but it's been flat otherwise. So I'll kind of write it down for the side list here and just see what else we got. NVTS, nice little push here, actually. Gap fill, recovering from Wednesday's drop off, it seems. I skipped over AI. Obviously, AI, I should have started the whole meeting off on here. Another big push here today for this trade, breaking back over 30. Key phrase is breaking back over, like a re-break, right? Because it broke it yesterday. Although it was an ugly day yesterday, well, hey, the more times it knocks its head on that level from the morning here, then on the re-break later on, beautiful run. So even from 3150, I called it out heading into the mid-afternoon. One of our students I was just on a coaching call with, and rightfully so, they were hesitant on any type of hour that's not prime time trading. If it's not from 9:35 to 10:30 or from 3:30 to 4 p.m., they get a little concerned. Like, is it really a good time to be trading? Well, the answer is no. It really is not a good time to be trading, but that doesn't mean that a stock that you're watching can't make a really strong move off a really strong level. So from earlier, it was just a retest off 3150. Whoops, get my hotkey out there. There we go, 3150 off the re-break. It was just smooth timing on the call out, just beautiful run up from there, up like $1.50 higher. Yeah, I mean, just going into the close, definitely going to put this on our main watch list for right now. We'll take a look at the other AI-related stocks, BBAI, SOUN. This thing dumped off already. SAI here, GFAI here. Looks like none of them are posing any sort of opportunity for us right now. Now pass on all of them. Now PLTR, I guess it's AI related. I don't really know to what level, but clearly from NVIDIA's pop in the after hours, a couple days back, AI went with it, PLTR went with it, and Palantir has been strong off its own earnings too, right? We posted a couple of different YouTube videos on our channel going over just the analysis of their earnings from like 2 weeks back, that was. But I mean, hey, you know what? It's trying to build back up again. It bounced off 1350 roughly a moment ago, moving back up to the VWAP. It's low risk for us to add this. It's just very volatile in a good way, in an opportunistic way. It's not too fast. And I'm saying it's very active. I like it. I'll put this on our main watch list here. Looks good. All right, so let me know if there's anything else looking good on the way up, folks. Again, we'll show the SPY level 4 coming up here in just a moment. The S&P ETF, I want to show a really big talking point to work with going into the close here today. I'll tell you what, not everything was moving upward, though, with the market. Right? I mean, Mara, I was calling a bounce off of 9 earlier, had a good start, but then it stopped me out break even. Figured if it wasn't going to run off of 9 there, it was likely to just pull back. Coinbase, big drop off there too. The Riot trade also pretty similar pullback. And I bring that up because this stock, Canon, back a couple years ago, they were another like Bitcoin crypto mining affiliated stock. Pretty funny just to see how far they dropped off since, right? So, you know, there had to have been reverse stock splits fixed in with this trade too. Yeah, definitely. Or if there hasn't been one, there should be coming up momentarily the closer this gets towards $1. But, you know, hey, it's actually shortable, believe it or not. And it's easy to borrow on TradeStation. I just wanted to bring it up there in that regard. But I don't know, a little too close to the ground floor, I feel. SOXS, of course, with the market up, you know, bearish semiconductor ETF with NVIDIA, AMD. How about Micron today? I had Micron on one of my smaller charts. Just, I don't know why. I really don't know why I had it. It was just probably saved from the last time I saved my template. I just kept seeing this go up and up and up. I'm like, what the hell is happening here? But obviously, it's all just bullish sentiment based off NVIDIA's blowout earnings with the AI sector, the chip sector kind of merged together there. And getting a bunch of different runs here between AMD, obviously, NVIDIA, Micron, Intel, you name them. All right. I was on SOXS for that reason, right? Bearish ETF. If that's the case, then SOXL, not to hop around so much here, but if I put S on the watch list, I may as well put L on the watch list too. They run inversely to each other. Semiconductor ETFs, if you have level 4, then definitely worthwhile for you to check them out. But if you don't have level 4 and if you don't feel comfortable following an ETF in general, there's plenty of other fish on this watch list to try and reel in. So Space stock took a huge hit here today as well. It's actually at the lows, a little bit more expensive, tiny bit more expensive than Canon at least. You know what? I'll add it, see if this breaks any lower. Pretty slow moving trade though as a short. I wouldn't really be expecting a whole lot in terms of like cents per share. And I probably wouldn't be expecting a whole lot more otherwise from the loser side here with the market moving up the way it is, right? Actually, there is one I skipped over. I just saw it a moment ago. Yeah, what happened to my friend APLD? Was this just overextended from last week? Had such a big run up last week into the beginning of this, and yesterday it dropped off pretty nicely. But man, this thing just kept going today. It's still shortable on TradeStation. If it was trending better right now at this very point in time towards the lows or breaking lower, I'd put it on our watch list still. But no great need to. All right, so let me just show you the SPY here quickly, folks. Then let me know if there's anything else lastly that we may have missed on. Where are we at? There we go. All right, what do we got here? And a couple of them. So there was just big volume filled on the SPY shortly after 12 p.m. Eastern time, and I've seen larger prints than these. I have. So it's not like, enormous to see a 200,000 or 109,000, but I mean, certainly those are the biggest dots on the heat map across the day, and with the market pushing up at the time, I just wanted to check in with it. And funny enough, these prints came in just real time as I was watching this here. So, I focused on the larger of the two, if anything, the 200,000. I said, all right, that price is at what, 419.43? I wrote that in the chat board, didn't I? Broke above resistance. Resistance became support. And here we are. All right, so that is our little lesson for the day on the SPY. And with this breaking over 420, the key level I was calling out as the top from last week. Whoo-hoo. This should be a very interesting close ahead here, folks. I look forward to it. I'll be in class. If you're joining me in class, I would not be recommending for you to be taking any trades, as we'll be working in a live market together and really just kind of going over studying and the best tips for you to study yourself and to put in the extracurricular effort yourself to better know why a stock is moving the way it is. So I look forward to that class coming up, but we'll go over a couple of live trades together there, I'm sure. All right, for all of us on social media, Facebook Live, LinkedIn, Twitter, YouTube, the works, hey, just go right to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/cybertradingyou. New subscriber giveaway one more time on that for any of our new subscribers going into Tuesday morning when Fausto comes back to do the morning meeting. We're going to look to announce the winner. Winner gets a free 1 month subscription to our live trading room. And again, for any of our students now, like Leda, Kathleen, John, Grant, Bill, Michael, John, hey, if you're not subscribed there and you click the subscribe button, we'll see. We're going to keep track of all of this. So, make sure that you are subscribed right to our YouTube channel, and we'll just tack on an extra month to your subscription should you win. Any questions that you got, folks, feel free to shoot me a quick email, josh@ctutrading.com. That goes for all of us on social. And then otherwise, just once more for all of our students here, just make sure that you check out our website. Go right to cybertradinguniversity.com to check out all the offerings that we have coming up, just especially including the pre-market trading coaching here. Again, group classes, individual classes, both together. I look forward to that going into June and July. All right, folks. But on top of that, I look forward to seeing all of us coming up in class coming up at 3:05 Eastern. Talk to you all soon.